this is amazing. Whenever I think of something on my mind, like I don't care if I don't look the best. Like right now, I just don't feel like I'm all the way put together. Like, just doing a braid out. It is what it is, right? I still want to come on here and talk to you guys because I want to make sure that I'm encouraging those people that need encouragement because literally, like, while I'm doing work, I literally listen to certain YouTube videos that give me encouragement, give me extra knowledge on certain things, and I kind of want to be that for you all. I know you guys have like my old previous videos, but I want to give you like current information. Like right now, you may need this information. So I saw that somebody got approved for the Discover credit card over $1,600, and I'm like, ooh, that is amazing. I was talking to somebody about when I tried to get with Discover, and Discover was like, we're not gonna do it. And honestly, I tried to get with Discover, and they just wouldn't let me in. And I just realized that when it comes down to Discover and a lot of these other credit card companies, what you really need to do is you need to bother them. And when I say bother them, a lot of these credit cards got like a pre-qualified with no hard inquiry, and I also have it on my website. Like if you go to Rickita.com, I have like the different credit card list. I have literally a list of all the credit cards that can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So what I did to get in with Discover, I just kept pre-qualifying every month. Um, and all they're going to do is tell you yes or no. And I think that a lot of people don't understand how easy that can be for them because 1 month you may find out that they say no, but you may try three more times, which can be 4 months later, and they say yes. And you may think, because I have clients tell me this now, like, hey, I need you to try for this credit card. Oh, no, they tell me no. And I'm like, when did they tell you no? Oh, I tried like 2 years ago, and it's like 2 years ago. Like, we have to consistently keep trying, basically, y'all. Like, don't take no for an answer, basically. Like, I will bug a credit card company until they tell me yes. Like, I don't care. That's just my personality now. And I used to be so scared to apply for credit cards, but that was before we had the pre-qualification without a hard inquiry. Now we have that. Like, we literally have no excuse at this point, y'all. Like, if y'all want to get a certain credit card, just keep pre-qualifying for it without a hard inquiry. And like I said, there's so many different credit cards that can do this. We got Capital One out there, and I'm going to be looking over here because I am doing work. But we got Capital One out there. We got Discover. Um, it got so many different credit cards. The Apple credit card can even pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. And before I even got the Apple told me no before, and then they end up giving me the credit card. I had the credit card. Then I asked them for an increase. I think like 6 months later, and they doubled my limit. Like, don't sleep on these companies, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Hi, you looking into that? Please call me 833 Rakita if you want me to help you with any type of thing um in terms of real estate. But definitely y'all just keep trying, like seriously. And you may think, oh, you already told me no before. They may tell you yes now, okay? You never know. Situations change. So my highest score is 760, 755, and 300. Only, only, uh, I'm guessing two credit cards. I just recommend a minimum of having four credit cards. But right now, so I started doing the groups and like we started in the groups we was applying for credit cards and I think the groups turnovers like every every other month I got a new group. So when it was time for applying for credit cards, sometimes I would apply for credit cards with them. So I think I'm like over 20 credit cards now. But I don't have balances on a lot of them. Like and I don't use a lot of them. So I just suggest get the credit cards you want, but have at least four credit cards. And if I'm thinking about getting more credit cards, all my credit cards have to have like 0% APR right now. And yeah, just something there for me, I guess. It'll be helpful, but try to have at least four credit cards. And if you find that credit cards are not giving you increases, you need to find out which credit cards are giving increases out there and go with those credit cards. Okay. That's what I suggest because some credit cards just don't give increases. And to me, you're not a company I can grow with. Like you have to think about I got a 14-year old, I got a 9-year old. My 14-year old is like on like eight of my credit cards. I want to make sure that these credit limits are growing because she's an authorized user already. So we're talking in about 3 years because she's about to be 15. We're talking in about 3 years. She's gonna be getting her own credit. And I'm pretty sure like her credit score, now just being with the authorized user, her credit score is already in the 700s. But I want her to be able to maintain that on her own too. I plan to always have her as an authorized user. Right now, she's using my American Express credit card, like as her credit card. But I'm trying to help her balance that. And I want her, when she starts getting credit, I want her to start going with companies that's going to get an increase. If you're not going to give me an increase, like I need more credit cards. And I think of credit cards as like relationships now too, y'all. Like I already told y'all earlier, like I'm not marrying any credit card that's not marrying me. Like if you're not marrying me and give me what I want, like I need to move on. And I'm thinking about that with credit cards. And you don't necessarily have to move on in terms of closing it, but I'm moving on in terms of I'll hit you up every 6 months. I would just say hi. And with that, because I'm guess you don't want your credit cards to close. In these terms of just hitting them up, all you have to do is just go and use your credit card and get like $5, spend $20, spend some type of money with them so that they don't close your account. But you're not the credit card I'm going to use every day. You're not the one that I'm putting all my expenses on. Like even if credit cards are giving me great rewards, I don't have this problem though, so I can't really say this. But even if credit cards are giving me great rewards, like you, my number one credit card that I'm using for my rewards, if you're not giving me money back, then I'm not going to deal with you like that. That's how I'm thinking about it as. Like if you're not giving me cash back, and if you're not giving me increases, then I need to move on with more credit cards. But I want you guys like to just stay continuously like looking into more credit cards and pre-qualifying for these different credit cards. Like I said, y'all can go to my website, Rickita.com. I have a different list of credit cards. Look under the ones that say pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. Oh yeah, definitely hide that message. Like, what's that hidden message? Go to the one that say pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. I even got some for the people that don't have the best of credit. And like I told y'all earlier, if y'all don't have the best of credit, y'all credit score is very low. Y'all in the 400s and 500s. Please get y'all a secure credit card. Don't feel any type of way. Get y'all a secure credit card and start building your credit. But when you guys go there, it's so many credit cards on there that can tell you yes or no without giving you a hard inquiry. Now, if they say, hey, we can offer you this credit card, would you like it? And you say yes, that is a hard inquiry. Okay, keep that in mind. But if they say, hey, we can offer you this credit card, and you just wanted to know if they can offer it to you, you're not going to get a hard inquiry. You're going to get a hard inquiry once they actually pull your credit. What cards would you recommend? So it is going to depend on your history. But I used to love promoting Discover. But now, listen, let me tell y'all something else too. I used to love promoting Discover, but now that Capital One bought them, I like Capital One for some people, but technically, okay, let me just get out of real too. Remember, I told y'all I had it was attached to an old Capital One account I had. I had to sue Midland, but Midland got this account from Capital One. So I think that since I sued Midland, Capital One just ain't messing with me because I think that it was kind of tied to them. And since Capital One are messing with me, to me it was they should have been messing with me. Even my credit was like good. Um, I just don't mess with them like that. I do suggest Capital One for some people, but if y'all hear me not say Capital One like that, then y'all know the story. Like I've had to sue Midland. We settled outside of court. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Um, and it is what it is. Like I had to get what I had to get. So I do. And now since this, like Capital One owns Discover, I thought it was so funny because I with my Discover account, they told me that they was like, "Oh, we're gonna put a hold on your account because we need to check with the IRS to verify your income." And I'm like, "Is this Capital One doing?" I don't know if anybody ever had to go through that. Please let me know. But keep that in mind too. That Discover could possibly do that. There's just a warning out to people. They verified my income. And they took the hold off of my account. I think the hold was on there for a few days. But that's still scary for some people because they actually put the hold on my account when I was in California. Imagine if that was my only credit card, I would have been messed up. But credit cards that I do suggest though, I still would suggest the Discover. I just don't like the Capital One own them. I don't know what it's gonna look like for us. You can still try to see if you can get some Capital One cards. I just think that Capital One can be strict in certain instances, like which can be bad. I do like Apple. If you don't have Apple, I definitely love my Apple card. Try to see if you can get some Chase credit cards from Citi because there's a lot of them that you can get with Chase. There's a lot of them you can get with Citi. I definitely like my Wells Fargo credit card. That can be a great one for you. And I suggest again, I suggest any credit card that you can actually get great rewards on too, or credit cards can give you 0% APR, 0% APR. A credit card that I didn't know I was gonna love so much is I love my Amazon credit card. Probably 'cause I love Amazon. I love that, and I think it's the Visa, right? Not the store one, it's the Visa one. I love that, and I love my Lowe's credit card because it's good for like traveling. Because you can use your Lowe's credit card to buy gift cards for like Airbnb and use, and have 6 months 0% APR. So I like the tricks that I can do with Lowe's, but it depends on what your life is like. What you want to do. Because my Lowe's credit card limit is higher than your Bank of America limit, and you would think like with that Bank of America limit it would have been better. But I'm in love with my Lowe's credit card. So yeah, it just really depends on your lifestyle, but definitely go to my website, Rickita.com, look under the credit cards that can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry, and just keep scrolling down and see which one of those you like. And I love that they can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. That means that they're going to say you yes or no without giving you a hard inquiry. Like that's the best to me. Um, some people, like I said earlier in the video, some people may try to get a credit card. Like I said, the Discover credit card, somebody got approved for 1,600, and I was just thinking about when Discover would not mess with me at first, and I was happy that they was able to later on give me a credit card. But sometimes they may tell y'all no. Like, say if y'all go to that list, they may tell y'all no right now. I literally would check every month, especially if you don't have at least 4 credit cards. I suggest that you guys check every month because you may find that they said no to you one month, but the next month they may actually give it to you, or a few months down the line, they may actually give it to you. So go there and see which credit card you can actually get approved for because, like I said, you may get a credit card later on and it may be good for you, especially those people that don't have at least 4 credit cards. And some credit cards may say no to you because you don't have enough credit cards. Like I know Apple, they probably will want you to have at least 4 credit cards reporting onto your credit report. So if you like, I got a 720 credit score, I got a 750 credit score. Why is Apple saying no? They just don't think you got enough history for them. So you got to think about that's a part of it too. You may think you have a very high credit score, but some companies just want you to have a lot of history. But that's what my biggest suggestion is. Um, and like I said, my daughter right now, I added her as an authorized user on my credit cards. Maybe you want to get added as an authorized user on some family member credit cards, or maybe you want to buy a trade line. Um, I never personally bought like a trade line to get added to my credit reports, but I have seen people do it. And that can help you get that boost before you apply for some credit cards. But definitely, if a credit card company say no to you the first time, don't feel no type of way. I guess that's just what they're gonna have to do. Go back in there and ask them again and again and again, especially for the ones that can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry, because all they're gonna do is just tell you no, and then you can try back the next month, and you may find out that they're actually going to give you that credit card. So again, just go to Rickita.com. They're free qualified without a hard inquiry. Like I made it so easy for y'all. Y'all can literally just scroll down the list and like see which ones are there that you like and like pre-qualify for those credit cards. I have other lists too, like the best credit cards for students, the best credit cards for bad credit, the best credit cards to build credit. I have all the different lists there, but be persistent. Like they're gonna have to just tell you yes or no. Like it's as simple as that. Like just be persistent. And know that they got somebody got to give you a credit card to help you build your credit and to give you the credit you just need for whatever reason you want it. So just try again every month, especially if it's a credit card that you want. Try again every month. And if you find that this same credit card just keep denying you, you may need to figure out which credit bureau they're pulling. Like pay attention. Some people don't even look at the bureau that they're pulling. Figure out what bureau they're pulling. Then they'll tell you exactly what's wrong. Sometimes too, you apply for a credit card. Most times, if you get a hard inquiry, they'll tell you. They'll say, "Hey, you have a bankruptcy on your credit report. You have too many recent accounts." They'll tell you exactly what's wrong, and then you just say, "Okay, you don't like how many recent accounts I have." Call them and say, "Hey, you guys denied me because I have recent accounts. How long should I wait before I apply again? Because you guys can find a lot of information out just by talking to them too. Okay." But you're very, very welcome for the advice. Just please stand on your neck when it comes down to these credit card companies. I even do that with increases. Every month I ask for an increase. Um, I don't care. Like I'm gonna ask for an increase. So when you give me an increase, I already know I'm gonna have to wait about 6 months to get another increase. But listen to this though. I thought that I needed to do that with my Lowe's credit card. So my Lowe's credit card, I asked for an increase, and I was like, dang, I didn't ask for enough because they gave it to me. I'm like, let me ask again. Like literally, right now, I'm asking for an increase. I'm like, let me check again. They gave me what I asked for. I asked again. They gave it to me again. I asked again for more money. They just kept giving it to me, right? Bam, 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 bam. That means that they were able to extend to me a lot more money than I was asking for. So definitely make sure you say a high amount. Like even like for Care Credit and companies like that, it's just basically Synchrony Bank though. Care Credit and Lowe's is under Synchrony Bank. But ask for it. Like they ask, how much do you want? Like go for the gusto, like for a lot of money. Like because what you gonna just tell me yes, no, or you gonna tell me, hey, we couldn't give you 10,000, but we'll give you six. That's all they can do, okay? So keep that in mind. Please stay on top of this, you guys, especially if you need credit cards. I see clients out there that's just scared to get credit cards. If you just totally getting denied for these credit cards, you probably need to do something with your credit, to be honest. You probably need to remove some negative accounts. I even have a free letter on my website for those negative accounts, so you guys can definitely use that to remove it. Or if you want to look at your credit reports, I'll be happy to do that. I'm about to start focusing on my clients' credit, like after this video, because we are getting some amazing results over here. And I'm just so excited about all the new things that we're doing and just how we are progressing. Like we're moving forward. And a lot of people are just moving forward. I like that. I love when people just listen. I know sometimes I may tell you to do quirky things like not want to say quirky. If I tell you, hey, you need to do this, and that, I'm telling you that because I've seen it from experience and you need to like do it. Some people are like, I don't think that's gonna work, or you sure I gotta, yes, just do it. Like same thing like with applying for credit cards. Just do it, okay? Like Nike, just do it. But I'll see you guys later on. Like I said, something pop up in my head and I feel like I need to put it out for everybody um in the universe, then I'm definitely here for it. I'll see you guys in the next